Hello everyone, Spirit of 420 here, introducing today's episode. Today's episode is Flick Detective, or Flick Dick. We'll soon be dropping that detective. Flick Dick Review 2, Fantastic Beasts 3, Doctor Strange 2, and a few more. I also like to say I'm trying to smile more. It's weird to smile to a fucking camera. But I will get better. Maybe I'll just do it like this. No, I'm serious. I will continue to get better to smile, and I will continue to get better looking at the camera. And by the way, I don't know if you noticed, but yes, did finally put a shave on, went back down. So, was looking 50, and that's just not right when everybody always has told me that I don't look my age. So, I didn't want to start looking my age. With that said, hope you enjoyed the episode. Have a great day. Hello everyone, Spirit of 420 here, because everything I do is so 420. As I say at every show, the stories that I share are 100% factual. There you go. They're 100% factual. Let's just start that over, shall we? Hello everyone, Spirit of 420 here, because everything I do is so 420. The stories that I share are 100% factual, and I can prove it. The opinions are mine, but you can't have them, but you can share them. Right, I stumbled. There we go. It happens. I don't care. Anyway, get right into it. I'm getting really excited because in just 3 days I'll be 50 years old, and quite frankly, I didn't think I was going to make 21. I didn't think I was going to make 25. So the fact that I am now here and father to, I am fathering, if you will, a total of 5 boys. That's incredible. And now I'm here sharing my story, which, quite frankly, a lot of people have already told me they find it crazy that I'm sharing everything. But I mean, what are we if not every little fucking experience that we had, right? That's what we are. And the fact is, I've never been happier. I've never been more focused on what I feel like I need to do, and I'm still smoking. It's been 36 years since I started smoking this wacky weed, and I've been smoking at 25.8 pretty much nonstop. Oh, we just spilled some ashes there. That's all right. We'll clean it up after the recording. Anyway, that'll never stop. I'm going to keep smoking that weed right there until the day I die. So, just a real quick shout out. It is amazing to me how things are growing on Twitter. Not as fast on the channel here, but that's okay. It'll get there all in due time. But on Twitter yesterday, about maybe 28 hours ago, I had 50 followers. I'm now up to, the last I checked before here, because I'm trying to constantly engage it. But the last I checked, I was up to like 91. I only started the Twitter thing. It literally hasn't even been 2 weeks. So I'm really, really thankful to all of y'all who have followed me on there. And quite frankly, I'm astonished, and I can't wait to see where this goes. Moving on to the next thing. I just wanted to briefly talk about death, because I find it's one of those things that's always on my mind, but one of the things that I take solace in, when we're having a bad day, or when we, get judged by somebody, or we deal with a jerk, or somebody being, just overly asshole-ish, if you will. I find it nice to know that, no matter how unequal people may want to think this world is, regardless of how you die, the fact that we are all going to die and meet that same moment puts us on an equal playing field, whether you want to admit it or not. We come into this world without the knowledge of where the hell we came from before here, and we die not knowing what's next. Now, I know a lot of people don't believe that there's anything after that. That's okay. I know there is, and the more you listen to me, the more you'll understand why I know there is. But it's a conversation for another day. I just wanted to say, maybe you too can take solace in knowing that jerk or that judgmental person or even judgmental business or organization, whatever the case may be, whoever's putting you down, just know that everybody's going to die. We're all going to die. So fuck it. You know what I mean? They're not any better than you. They're not any worse than you. And the fact is, we're each very special because of the fact that we live and die. And I'll just take another minute before I go into reviewing the films. To me, that's what, it's funny, and I don't know if anybody else is like this. This is really should be saved for, something strange about me. I don't know if anybody else deals with this, but my entire life, it has felt inherently strange to me that we do live and die in this world. And I don't know if that makes sense, but it just feels strange that I get life and then it extinguishes, right? To me, that can only have purpose. And that's how that all started for me, understanding that. But the fact that you don't know, and the fact that you are here under the same terms as everybody else, so you're truly free to become whoever the hell you really are on the inside, right? So it's always, and why is that? Because I think that I know we're all part of God. So therefore, when you're God, you don't have this. God transcends time and space and all that other good shit. In the simplest of terms, here is foreign to us. If you understand that you're a part of God, that's why it feels foreign. So, moving on. Today's films, this weekend, I went... I will say, let's give a shout out to Regal. They have this badass package called Regal Unlimited, and you can just pay $18. And I have a theater right down the street. There's different levels, but the $18 one is more enough for me because that's a 12 theater place. I can go in there and see any movie as much as I want, as often as I want, without charge. The only charge I get is $2 to $3 if I go see RPX, which is IMAX for those of you who don't know. It's the equivalent to IMAX. Or if I go see a 3D film, like I did Doctor Strange on Saturday morning. But before that, let's get to Fantastic Beasts. So, Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore. Quite frankly, I was a little... I'm not going to get into all the political shit that's going on with Johnny Depp, but obviously the part was taken away from me and Mads took over, and I was a little skeptical of that because I had seen the first two, and I was a Harry Potter fan. Not a fan of the author, and I'll just say that for obvious reasons if you know who I am. Polypan. Anyway, so back to Fantastic Beasts 3, Dumbledore, whatever. I thought it was a good film. It drug a little. I didn't want to, and I'm not, I never try to do spoilers because that's not really fair to the viewer, regardless of if you've seen the film or not. You're really just to hear my opinion on the film. And for the most part, I would say, almost all of it, the acting was really good. There was a couple parts, but I mean, it is the wizarding world. So, I mean, what do you expect? There's going to be some stuff that, quite frankly, is just a little off, right? Just a little different. But with that said, the acting was good, the direction was good, and Mads, I thought, did a great job being replacing Griswold, whatever his name is, if I'm probably not pronouncing it correctly. So, hence it to say, I thought it was a really good film. I very much enjoyed it, and I give it 74 out of 100 trees. So there you go. Moving on to Doctor Strange. This one I anticipated, actually. I went to go see Fantastic Beasts Friday night. So I was sitting there watching it, and I even kind of, did one of these, the dot off. Like I said, it had a couple drag points, but other than that, I didn't give it 100, people. Regardless, Doctor Strange, I was really looking forward to it, especially because it was in 3D. I was like, oh yeah, man, this is going to be awesome. It's going to be kick-ass. This is the worst film I have seen all year. Particularly after seeing Spider-Man, which I won't give a review. I'll just tell you, to me, that was a 95 all day. 95 trees out of 100. That was an excellent film. Done great all the way around. But this Doctor Strange, oh, God, man. So looking forward to it. And They dropped plot points. They had ridiculous acting. I mean, poor acting. I don't know if anybody remembers poor Natalie Portman back in Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, when she falls out of the ship. That's one of the most infamous bad acting scenes to me around. This blew that away. This was comparable to that, and there was multiple scenes. At least in that, there was only that one and one other one. But this just... Hayden Christensen was a better actor than what I saw, and there were some really good people in this. And I know some people are probably going to disagree because, amazingly, that movie is getting like 7.4 and I think 6 point something on Tomatoes. I thought it was horrible. I thought it was poorly directed. I was really sad to see Sam Raimi, because the last time he did, that I can remember, a comic book movie was Spider-Man 3, and that was fucking wretched. The best part of Spider-Man 3, just a quick note, is that when my wife-to-be, at the time she was my girlfriend, when we got home that night, our upstairs neighbors gave us a sex show, and he plowed her fields with the window open. That was the best part of the night. That lasted about 5 minutes as we were walking up, and we had to stop and just watch this guy go to completion, but he was clearly inviting the world. I guess they're voyeur. But regardless, that was the best night of Spider-Man 3 years ago, and on Doctor Strange, there was no best night of it. It was horrible. I give it 29 trees out of 100. So a couple movies that I have seen already that I forgot to review previously, plus I just like to give a few extras. Real quick, The Batman, I gave it 87 out of 100 trees. That movie rocked. Yes, it was a little dark, but quite frankly, the darker they get, the closer they get to the actual Batman, is my personal opinion, and I thoroughly enjoyed Robert Pattinson, whatever his name is. His performance by far was great. Everybody in it actually performed really well, and I could barely recognize Colin. So with that, it was outstanding. 87. Moondrop, Fall, whatever. They dropped the ball on this. As movies go, I will quickly say this: I give it a 50, which is still better than Doctor Strange, by the way. And that's probably in lieu of the fact that pure entertainment value, I give it a 75 trees out of 100. It was so fucking bad that it was good. But of course, my wife and I and one of my twin sons, we went to see it specifically for bad acting. And thank you to whatever YouTuber my son watches, because I probably wouldn't have gone to see it. It looked bad anyway to me, but then to know that it was so bad that it was funny, there you go. So Moondrop, in parentheses, Moonfall. Yep. 50 as a pure movie goes. It was him doing his thing, whatever his name is. Oh God. Roland Emmerich. Yeah, that douchebag. That did Independence Day and some of those other great ones. But again, 75 if you just want to get high and make fun of people and watch them be really bad actors. And last but not least, Jackass Forever. Thank you, Johnny, for showing us that it's okay to get up there in age as I hit 50 and still be a jackass and have a great time. And I'm planning on doing it forever. And quite frankly, I thought it was probably one of the best, if not the best jackass I'd ever seen, just because these guys are so old and they're still doing it. The shit is equal to, if not going beyond in many times, what they have done before. Fucking kudos, man. I love that movie. I thought it rocked. So, Something Strange About Me. So, I grew up with Weird Al Yankovic, which, by the way, there's a new movie coming out since we're talking about movies. There's a new biopic. Harry Potter's playing Weird Al Yankovic. I think that's funny. But he actually looks really good. I saw the makeup in the trailer. So, real quick, I grew up with that guy and watched him, catapult to fame on his parodies. And for as long as I could remember, like I said, I'm a very sexual being. I've always kind of been Crazy Mick the Dick with my thing, because I rewrite these songs and they are just, I take the worst songs, and I'm not going to give an example because I don't want to get, age restricted. But I will say this, I make the rudest, crudest, and they always seem to come around to, to ass and other body parts that I won't mention. But again, yeah, that's I kind of find that funny. And I know my family does, because I don't just do this in my head, mind you. I typically do it aloud, driving the car, cooking dinner, whatever the case may be. So, everything happens for a reason, just as it's supposed to. I truly believe that, know that, live by that. When I started this, one of the last lines I wrote in the bios that I wrote for YouTube is if I help just one person, then it was worth it. And I don't care if I do this for 2 full years and I help only that one person, then it literally was worth it. I do believe in 6 degrees of separation, and I do believe in the butterfly effect. That is how the butterfly effect takes place, because there's only 6 degrees separating us from each of the other humans and beings on the planet. Humans and animals, excuse me. So, that said, my buddy who I helped, he told me, like he's told me a couple times and texted me, excuse me, how much it helped and how appreciative he is of me also talking about it on the shows, and he watches every show. And that matters to me. I mean, that's awesome. So, and I know that I'm supposed to be doing exactly what the fuck I am doing. So, most people don't realize just how normal strange is. Hashtag be more strange. Hashtag strange is good. Trying to start those, get those hashtags going. I think I've seen a couple of them prior to me using them, but they're perfect for who I am. When I say strange is good, again, not referring to Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange, bad. So, at least Doctor Strange 2. The first Doctor Strange and the other sequential movies, which there are at least 3 others that he's in, very good. Just not this one. That is where I end it, and I will say this. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one, and everybody else thinks that everybody's stinks. Mine, they do stink, but they stink like fresh brewed coffee. Fucking great blend. Every time, I'll tell you that. And medical grade dank weed. Till the next episode, folks. Have a great day. Hey everyone, yeah, just a quick extra. First of all, I know you can't see it, but if you follow me on Twitter, you'll be able to see these crazy lights over here. They're actually pretty cool. I'm going to do a little, I already took the footage, but just a little pan to see what I'm seeing on my side. Number one. Number two, it is extremely dark today because it's literally been off and on drizzling outside, so I do apologize for the darkness. And last but not least, just like always, don't like, don't share, don't subscribe, all that stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, whatever. So there you go. Have a great day. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and see you on Wednesday. And just a little reminder, too, that I will be going with live streaming. I've already got it set up with Twitter. I've already got it set up with YouTube. I'm using StreamYard, so hopefully it'll all go smooth. I'm going to try to do it to Twitch, too, and gain some traction there, which I haven't done yet. But those will be the 3 that I'm going to be live streaming to, and I'm going to start that on the 19th, which is my 50th birthday. So, there you go. There's all that. Look forward to seeing you soon.